Hello everybody, my name is CJ and welcome back to Bibles on a Budget. Today we are taking a look at the ESV Reader's Bible, and this is a cloth overboard Bible, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love cloth overboard. This is a hardback, as the name entails, cloth overboard, but it's super awesome. I'm just going to say it up front. It's super awesome. So when you buy this Bible, you will have this nice, sturdy hard case. It's a slip cover, basically. So here's the side of that. It says up here the ESV, but it's kind of dark because it's a dark brown, but it says ESV, English Standard Version. And then again, ESV Reader's Bible and Crossway down here. And on the back, you'll see the features of the ESV Bible. And if you notice, there's a little bit about the ESV Reader's Bible. I will zoom in on that so you guys can hopefully see that a little better there. And then also you get to see the features down here, which I will zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see those as well. It has a 9-point font, no verse, numbers, or footnotes, single column format, and then a 2-ribbon marker. All right, so let me go ahead and try to zoom back out here, guys. I'm trying to do this on my phone. Okay, and then when you flip it on this side, you will see the Bible itself, which has this super nice brown spine with gold Holy Bible, ESV logo, English Standard Version, and Crossway. And then on the bottom, you'll see the same stuff, ESV Reader's Bible, cloth overboard, and then some of the information here. Hold on, guys. Make sure this thing is focusing. There you go. So this normally retails for $34.99. I think I got this for a little cheaper than that. I don't exactly remember, but yeah. And then the top is literally same thing. It's just ESV Reader's Bible, all on all the sides and all those things and all that stuff. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and take this out of the slipcase so you can get a look at the Bible itself here. So here's the Bible. It is a two-toned Bible. So it has this nice, deep, chocolatey brown right here. And then it has this bit of tan cloth overboard as well. And you can kind of see, if you look closely, you'll see a little bit of a divide there, which is quite interesting. And then on the back, you have the same thing. And here's the top. There's no gilded edges, usually hardbacks. And these kind of Bibles that have cloth overboard, they don't normally have gilding. It does come with two brown ribbons, and then a brown and tan head and tail band. I think I tried to combine tan and head there briefly, so sorry about that. But anyway, so without further ado, let's take a look at the inside of the Bible. So you kind of saw it a second ago, but here is the paste down. Again, with most hardbacks, it is paper. And then over here is the end sheet, same paper, kind of this thick cardstock kind of thing. And then another piece of cardstock. And yet again, another piece of cardstock. So much cardstock in this Bible. Don't know why, but there you go. And then here's a very simple presentation page. No thrills, no frills. And then the introduction page. There's that one, but then also the other one that talks about how it contains the Old and New Testament and such. And Crossway is actually in Wheaton, Illinois, which is actually a few hundred miles away, a few hundred miles north of me here in Southern Illinois. And like with any other Bible, you have your copyright page that talks about how much of the Bible you can use. And also, this was copyrighted in 2001, but this is the 2016 ESV text. So as far as I'm aware, this is the current text. So there you go. And over here, we have the contents page, which includes the preface, introduction to the Reader's Bible, and then it shows how many of the books are in here. So it has obviously all 66 books of the Bible, Genesis to Revelation, and so Old and New Testament, and so on. So the next thing will be the introduction. Sorry about that. Actually, it's the preface. some of these pages the pages are kind of thin, it seems. But usually a lot of these reader Bibles actually have a thicker reading paper. So I don't know. These pages feel thin to me. So anyway, here's the preface. This is kind of, I don't know if this is more of an abridged one or just kind of what they decided to put in here. And then again, as I was trying to show you before, here is the introduction to the user guide. This is the user guide to the ESV Reader's Bible. So it has the structure matters. So normally bold headings act as signposts to announce what is to come. So you will see that. So chapters and verses can play a helpful role, making it easier to locate passages by a kind of shorthand. Clarification about what we are reading is provided by footnotes. But normally you would have that, but in this Bible you won't. And so they talk about context matters, meaning that because this Bible is not broken up by chapter and verses, you will not have a broken up text. You will have a consistent, continuous text. You will have breaks for the books themselves, but you will not have chapter and verse breaks. Reading matters. This talks about them reading the Bible as it was originally written, meaning again, no chapters and no verses. So without further ado, let us get into the Old Testament. So like it said on the back of the Bible, you are greeted with this beautiful single column text. Again, this is 9.5, so it's super readable, kind of set up in a similar way to an actual normal book. So you kind of have the Bible in a novel kind of format, right? So at the top, you have the name of the book, which is Genesis, and then you get right into the text. And as you can see, no chapters, no headings, no pericopes, and even more obvious here, and let me make sure my focus is on. As you can probably see, there are no verses, no verse numbers. There are verses, but there's no verse numbers. Okay, so let me scoot back out if I can. Sorry, doing this on my phone is kind of funny. There we go. Apologies, guys. This is not the most easy thing to do, but there you go. So as you keep reading through the Bible itself, you will notice that some of these things are kind of isolated. So this is kind of like poetry almost, or quotes. So the part where God says, so God created, so where Moses, should I say, says, so God created man in his own image, in the image of God he created him, male and female he created them. And then also these are the generations of the heavens and the earth. And then up here where Adam does talk about the woman, this at last is bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. Now, one thing that you will also notice is at the very top, let me get down here, you'll notice at the very top of the page, you will see what you kind of see normally in Bibles, and that is, it's telling you what this whole section here is, right? So at the top, it will start with technically what we would see in a verses Bible, a Bible with verses. It will start with Genesis chapter 1, verse 21, and end with Genesis chapter 2, verse 4. And you do see that there is an indication to when that chapter does start, but it's unintrusive, it's off to the side. It's not... Now, I did say there's no chapter numbers, so there are chapter numbers, so I apologize for that little I guess, oversight there. But yes, there are chapter numbers, but they're very unobtrusive, and so on. So let us now go to, if I can get my thing to work. Again, the beauties of modern technology, folks. Let's go to something like Psalms, and I'll show you how Psalms is formatted, because usually, you want to know how Psalms formatted. Well, as you can see, it's not the giant wall of text you get in prose, so you can see how everything is tight and compact and just like all together. Here it seems to have more breathing room and everything is more separated. And this is true for Psalms. This is true for things like Job, especially in the more poetic settings. So here's the more poetic settings of chapter 24. And then also some of the wisdom literature like Proverbs. If I can get to Proverbs, there's Proverbs. And then also Ecclesiastes. So here is Ecclesiastes right here. Well, okay, never. I thought it was going to be more. Well, some of the wisdom literature anyway. So obviously Ecclesiastes is back into that block style. Song of Solomon, however, is in the more poetic, and then also Isaiah has some poetic settings as well. But you do have the intersperse of prose. And then right here, you can see that this popped out. This is one of the ribbons. This is one of those famed Crossway ribbons. Some people like them. Some people despise them because of how thin they are and how they're not double-sided. So a lot of people don't like that. But I'm okay with it. I don't read this Bible enough to complain about it. So there's that. And then also you get more of that poetic setting here in Jeremiah. So without further ado, let's go to the New Testament. And as you can already probably tell, being here in the New Testament, I'm going to go to Matthew 5 here. As you can tell, there are no red letters. This is a completely black letter text. There is no red letter. So everything just flows, because red lettering is a newer invention, just like the verses, just like the chapter markers. So no red letters, nothing. Super simple and such. And there's Paul's letters. I'm going to go to the back here to show you that all you have back here is maps. So you do have maps. They are printed on cardstock. These are the normal maps, things about Abraham, the 12 tribes, things about Jesus, and Paul's missionary journey. These are it's actually only 4 maps, which is actually very interesting. It's nice. Not too many maps here. And then, again, more cardstock. Hey, if you want to take notes, there you go. So in terms of a reading Bible, I really feel like this really nails it. Because, yes, there are those chapter markers. And, yes, I did say in the beginning that there were no chapter markers. But I think I forgot about it because I don't regularly read from this Bible. Let me be honest with you guys. But this is great because I love the uninterruptedness of the text itself. Like, let's say that, hey, you're not doing studying, but you want to do some reading. Well, there you go. Like for me, I am right now reading through the Bible, kind of going slow at it. It's kind of a new thing for me to read through the whole entire Bible because, not every Christian actually reads through the whole Bible. So I'm on that path right now as reading through the whole Bible, and I am here in Ephesians. And looking at this, it looks fantastic because I'm not distracted by verses. I'm not distracted by these massive chapter numbers. I'm not distracted by any of the other stuff. It's just straight text. And if that's all you want, if you just want a nice Bible to read, let's say that you're just wanting something to read and you have a nice fireplace and a nice comfy chair, there you go. You're not going to be overtaken or distracted by the modern conveniences. You just have straight text. And yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So, final verdict, who do I think this is for? Well, I think I've already said it. It's for the person that just wants to be able to read through the Bible. And if ESV is your preferred translation, then pick this up. I do believe this comes in other versions, other types of covers and such. Offhand, I can't tell you what they are, but definitely check this out. You should be able to get it on Amazon. Crossway should have it as well, and also Christian books. I will put some links in the description below for any of you who are interested in purchasing this Bible. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this review from Bibles on a Budget. And remember, folks, the truth does not have to be expensive. See you in the next one.